Yes guys, welcome back to another video. This one is going to be mega. I have got 2 gym souls filming this workout. We're coming towards the end of the cut. We might postpone the cut a bit longer because I've got a bit more time now, so we might extend it, but I will explain that later on. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. We are going to jump straight in with Oxy Shred. I mean, Pride, Voodoo Blackberry Flavour, the new limited edition. Make sure to grab that if you haven't already. It's amazing. So I'm gonna smash this down now, get to the gym. I'm running a bit late, so hopefully I'm not too late, get there on time. Sit back, enjoy, and then we will recap at the end. So do 2 warm-up sets and then 1 slightly heavier, only 5 to 6 reps, and then we go straight into just 2 working sets, so a 5 to 8 and an 8 to 12. I fatigued myself a bit too much on the first set, so the second set didn't hit the rep range, but as long as we're progressing on the heavier lift, that's the main thing. So
what's the plan?
Well, meant to be seated pec deck, but it's busy, so very busy. 2 of them.
Yeah.
Which was actually meant to be the first workout, so we skipped that. We might go straight into flat chest press, which is very similar variation to this. So we're going to feel a bit fatigued going straight from one chest press to the next chest press. But we're here to make gains, so let's go. I'm glad this was free because I didn't want to go from incline to flat chest press. So we're going to smash out pec deck.
How many sets you got in this?
This one's a bit different. So this one is still the same, but the higher working set is a slightly higher rep range. So it's 8 to 12. Last time I only got 7 on 200 pounds, so we've got to get 8 today. No pressure. I might just go straight in on this exercise instead.
Jeez! He shreds.
Saw them Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, fortified, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, now nigga doing dope lines. Don't run into the cops, that's a big exercise. Don't run into the cops, that's the line.
Again.
How was that?
Sore, very sore. Wait, I think the one thing that I've learned about in like each recovery now is the deeper into the cut you get, obviously it's mentally you feel like you're going to lose a bit of strength, but you still remain strong. It's the last rep or 2, it's more the endurance side of things that isn't there. I think that purely comes down to like recovery and fatigue. Because I'm not recovering as good as I am, because I'm on a deficit, I feel like I hurt more coming off the back of every session. So I might do a massive session today, feel great today, but when you wake up in the morning, stiff, feel like a zombie.
Yeah.
Feel like an old age pensioner. A little warm up. Not that we have to be really careful, I think, with being in a deficit that you don't over warm up. Obviously it's cold. Naturally you're going to want to do a lot of reps to get warm into it, but you don't want to use the minimal energy that you do have. I found that being a big problem with me when I first got maybe like 4 weeks into the cut. I was doing 2 or 3 warm-up sets and then wondering why on my heavy sets I was fatigued after like 4 reps. So I've kind of knocked down my warm-up. Not that it's obviously something you should, like, people might think, oh yeah, you should warm up, you should make sure you properly warm up, you don't tear anything. I don't ever do anything too like heavy. So like I'll do a lighter warm-up set, 6 rep, no more than that. And technically, as soon as you start to feel a slight pump, then I know I'm ready. It's not necessary, it doesn't have to be 6 reps, it doesn't have to be 10. As long as you feel the good blood flow in your chest, or whatever you're working out, arms, legs, then you know you're ready to go. I don't feel like you should overthink a warm-up, in my opinion. That was actually like my biggest problem, was like I'd come in and think, oh, I need to be hot.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, why am I hitting 3 reps on my heavy sets? Yeah. Watching my gains go down the toilet. Right, so this one is still the same, 2 sets, but this is higher rep range. So this is 8 to 12 and 12 to 15. Last time I'd done 170 and I hit 12 and it felt comfortable, so I stayed on the same way and hit 12 again. So we're gonna go slightly up, but don't overestimate how much you can lift. I only try to go up 25% or even 10% per lift. So like, I've only added an extra £5 onto this, but the aim for me is to stay within that rep range. If I then hit 12 again this set, then I know I can go up next set, but I don't want to push the weight up massively and then only come 2 or 3 short. That's not really the aim for me at the moment, so we're going to see how we get on with this. For me, it was ideal. So as you saw, I got to 8. I got a quarter way through on the 9th. Didn't happen. I weren't going to try and push it. I don't feel like you should sacrifice form for that extra rep. You see sometimes people throwing other body parts into the movement just to try and get that last rep. I don't ever push myself in that way. Just because I've done that before on the hack squat, slipped the disc in my back. So that was the final time I ever try and push myself where I sacrifice form. So yeah, that's perfect for me. I know that I can work on this weight now moving forward until I hit 12 reps comfortably and then go on. So I try and hit the top end of the rep range 2 weeks in a row before I then progress on, just so I know that it wasn't a fluke or it wasn't like oh, today I've got an extra bit of energy, I slept better, etc. So I always try and do it twice over before I up the weight. So I don't know about anyone else, but I always feel like one of my favourite exercises of all time has been lateral raise. From a content perspective, no matter if you're behind or in front or at the side, I always feel like it's an exercise that shows off a lot of your body parts. So let's crack on.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, 45, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, now nigga doing dope lines. Don't run into the cops, that's a big exercise. Don't run into the cops, that's the motto. I don't see it coming to an end like legato. Get chipped like staccatos in the
Is that heavy?
Yeah, bad. But if Sean's watching this, I had an almond croissant this morning, so I need to put that extra calories to use. I might have snuck in a cheeky Galaxy as well, but
oh no.
Hopefully he's not watching this. But no, it's my birthday weekend, so I'm going out for dinner tonight, and I wanted to make use of being depleted and having a bit of a carb up before a session, so I'm putting these down. I need to save some energy.
Chip like staccatos in the wave through the hood, now it's sounding like vibrato. Why you eat bread with avocado? We be trying to dodge shells before it landing our tomato. Singing all my sorrows on Apollo, I've been trying to pave the way, but they didn't tell me it was potholes. America ain't dreaming, it been scheming when the birth of a nation came from black. We all know it's black.
How was that?
Yeah, good. To be fair, we had a little break, we had a little chat. I needed that. I think a lot of the time I try not to rush my workout. Just purely because obviously when you, as I said before, everything's about saving energy. When you've got food behind you, obviously you can crack on. But even me, with the endurance that I have, obviously previously running a marathon, this is the first time a cut has put me in my place in regards to endurance. Not having any calories behind me, not eating what I want to eat, has really made me realise like you've got to take your time, you've got to slow things down, really understand what's going on. But yeah, that was good. That was PB. So putting that almond.
What did you get?
14 rep on that. So last time it was only 12. But yeah, maybe the anabolic almond croissant.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do we have left?
Smith machine shoulder press, tricep side back extension, and then a single tricep dumbbell extension.
Nice.
And then I'll show you what we're looking like. See if it looks good, I don't know. I think one thing as well, I think with a cut is you won't notice how you look every single day. I sent my check-in photos to Sean this morning, so we're now coming into the 15th week. Over the last 4 weeks, I've looked at myself every single check-in. I thought, like I look the same, I feel the same. Maybe I feel a bit more tired. But I went back 10 weeks ago, not even to the start, just 10 weeks ago, and I couldn't believe the difference. So if you're somebody that struggles to maintain something, take a picture of yourself tomorrow, take a picture of yourself next week, and next week, and next week, and then come back in 10 weeks or 5 weeks and have a look, and then that can give you the added motivation you need to push on. I wasn't going to push on, I was going to start reversing probably from 2 weeks time, but when I look back I thought to myself like there's still more I can pull from my body, there's still more I can improve. So looking back at them photos as a reference has made me realise that I've come this far, I can definitely go that little bit further. So yeah, hold yourself accountable, take some photos, and when you look back it'll give you that motivation you need to keep pushing on.
Alright, so what we got?
So we've got Smith machine shoulder press. This is just a warm up. It's a bit brisk in this gym today, to be fair, or maybe it's just the bars cold. But I'm just going to do 6 on this, see how it feels. I've gone heavy on everything I can today, so sometimes you start to feel the fatigue later in the workout. Hence why I started having 1 scoop of pre before I come to the gym, and then putting 1 scoop of my pre in my big bottle of water, because I found that gets me through the latter part of the workout. So yeah, a little diet hack for you. Mix your pre in with your intra workout.
And that is the reason why I use a Smith machine.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That could have landed on my head, landed on my shoulders. But I think if you're training on your own, you don't have a spot. Also, if you're kind of new to the gym, I'd suggest sticking to machines to begin with. Because even me, like I've been training for like 4 years now, my form's still not, I've never classed my form as perfect, ever. I've still got a long way to go with my form. But machine-based stuff is always a safety net. You can always work on your form better when you're assisted, and then go on to obviously like your dumbbells and things like that, limit injury risk as well. So
yeah,
I like using this for shoulders. I broke my collarbone when I was younger, so my left shoulder when I do dumbbells can get a bit shaky, so I try and keep it as safe as possible. Yeah, so last time I got 8, obviously that failed attempt before, means I never look at it in a way of like, oh, I'm losing strength, I'm losing muscle. That's something that a lot of people think mentally when they're cutting, is they'll come in like, I done 7 last time, I only got 4 this time. So I'm not going to look at it like I'm losing strength. I just understand that I don't have the energy behind me. My muscle's not wasting away, it's just I don't have the energy. So what I try and do is on the shorter set, which is 5 to 8, I don't hit the higher rep range that I want. On the second set that's slightly lighter, I try and hit the top end of the rep range. So this I got 8 last time, so because I failed on the set before, in my opinion I failed, I want to try and get a couple more reps in on this set, so let's see.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, fortified, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, my nigga doing dope lines. Don't run into the cops, that's a exercise. Don't run into the cops, that's the motto. I don't see it coming to an end like legato. Get shit like Sonato.
I think we need some more pride. We need some more pre-workout in the system. Last few exercises, then we're going to wrap this up. If you don't have a notepad, get a notepad, because if you're not tracking your lifts like you track your food, how do you know if you're actually going anywhere? A lot of the time you can come in and think vaguely off the top of your head, oh, I bench 100 or I bench 50, and it's like, unless you know exactly what you did, how do you know if you're progressing? It also gives you a good indication of if you're cutting, when you need a refeed. So like, I started to realise I was really flat, struggling to keep a pump. I was losing the last 2 reps of each set, kind of similar to today, where I'm losing a bit of thing. And if you can't have a reference to go off of what you previously did and you can see yourself slightly declining, how can you relate to your coach or yourself that changes need to be made? So like recently, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was like 10 days ago, I went through this plateau of feeling weak, flat, etc. I told Sean bumped up my calories, gave me a good refeed, made me feel unbelievable. This whole week, everything's progressed again, and then we're getting into the 8th or 9th day since the last refeed, and I'm starting to hit that little fatigue again. This one for me though, I was just going to push for it because we're going out for a nice birthday meal tonight. So. And I've got some cookies coming, shout out Southwest Cookie Company. I'll put it on my Instagram, but they are sending me a cookie care package. Haven't told Sean yet. Maybe because I never tried. Don't know what the macros are, but they're going to taste well good. So yeah. I'll let you know what they taste like on the socials. So let's get on with it. Right, I'm going to go up. I'm going to try and push it. Pressure's on because the camera's on. But last time I got 12 reps on 120, so we're going to go up to 130. The rep range is 8 to 12, so as long as we hit 8, it's a good starting point. But I hit 12 for 2 weeks in a row, like I said before, so hopefully we can hit anywhere between 8 to 12 on this, and then we work from there. So also I need to adjust this chair, the man's skinny. Got that skinny bitch vibes.
Put in the max setting.
Hey. Alright, I'll get in there, look. We've got 7, so ideally we'll stick to work on getting 8 next time on that. I could have gone 125, but I feel like with 12 on 120, I should have pushed myself. So I think we'll get it next time, but I'm not going to hold myself to it too much. Didn't hit the range again. Nah, it's not too bad. That one's 12 to 15, I got 11, but last time I done 90, that was 110, so I'm happy with that as well.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Let's leave the ego at the door, yeah? We ain't lifting like that today. No. But I'm gonna start on that. I'd rather start on a weight that's slightly lower and get more reps in, because as we said before about form, I'd rather my form be good than me looking like I can want to lift 100 pounds. Like, you gotta leave your ego at the door when you come to the gym. that's just my, let's have a look. That's push 2. So in regards to my workout splits, I have push, pull, rest, legs, rest. That's rotation 1, and then after rotation 1's done, we go into rotation 2. It's push, pull, rest, legs, rest, but rotation 2. Rotation 1 is higher rep ranges, a lot higher volume, and then rotation 2 is lower reps, heavier weight. So it's actually quite nice. It gives you the, not the illusion that you're getting stronger in any way, but rotation 1 builds your endurance, rotation 2 builds your strength, so it kind of gives you a good flexibility. It's also good, and then go back, I know that on rotation 1 with lateral raises, I start on 5s, and the heaviest I'll go up to is 10. But on the 10, I'm doing 15 to 20 reps. Whereas this rotation, obviously, as you saw before, lateral raises, I do 15 kilo, 5 to 8 reps, and then the second one was 12.5 kilo, which is 8 to 12 reps. So rep ranges are a lot shorter in this workout, but a lot heavier, so it's a bit more taxing. That's why now, coming off the back of this, I'll do pull 2 tomorrow. I'll rest legs 2 tomorrow, the day after, and then rest again, and then back into rotation 1. So we'll do a physique update now and see what we're looking like. Yes guys, so that is a wrap. That is push 2. So in regards to obviously a cut, first thing I kind of want to talk about, for me anyway, is unless you have an end goal as to why you're doing what you're doing, you won't stick to it. For me, it was for a holiday originally. That holiday probably isn't going to happen now, but that's kind of come as a good thing for me. It can give me an extra bit of leeway to go a little bit deeper into my cut. It's a tester run for something I'm looking to do next year, so this is a big learning curve for me. It's also brought out a new level for myself as well personally, so I've kind of found new levels of myself with motivation and discipline. Also found my limits of like fatigue, like my mental state as well. That's obviously something that a lot of people don't talk about, is overcoming how you feel mentally. You have to have a good support system around you as well. Like I'm very lucky with my friends, my girlfriend, etc. Check in on me and say, you know what, like, you're not yourself today, etc, etc. Sometimes it can come down to sleep as well, but I think with me now looking to see where I can go and where I can progress with this, I'm really excited for next year. But we probably will do another video at the last week of this cut. I'll maybe do another 3 weeks and then do another video to see if there is any more water I can pull from my body, any more fat I can take away. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll put my socials in the bottom, code BPS10 for all EHP Labs products, and 2 Gym Souls on social media. I'll put all of their links in the description as well. Hit them up, check their content out, subscribe and like their content as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment and subscribe in a bit.